Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at fighting the Revolutionary War, but mostly we're poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And my name is Benj. And today we are drawing the Revolutionary War.
Yes, and for those of you who are not American or had really bad history teachers, or are really old and forgot, or you're really young and you never learned, that's the war that we as Americans fought to get away from the British.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And with Independence Day just around the corner, we are, starting with the war.
Mm-hmm.
As you do.
Yep. One of those interesting times where it's like, basically, Americans just didn't want to be taxed without like representation, and then it's like, you know what? We're just making our own country.
Yeah, it escalated just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, hey George, King George, that is, maybe, give us a vote in the Parliament. And he's like, I don't think so. Just send me your money.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, I don't think so.
We're doing our own thing now.
Yeah, we're going to throw your tea in the harbor. What do you think about that, Georgie boy? We're going to ding dong ditch to your soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to, kill you.
I don't
It
think
escalated
they ever
that
were planning
quickly.
to kill the king.
Well, no, but his, you know how it's like his soldiers are an extension of himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know how that goes. Like, yeah.
I don't think he thought that way.
No, but I did. That's how it works. But yeah, anyway, we're like, we're gonna fight.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a
Yeah.
fight song,
And then we did our own thing.
Yeah, we're like, we're gonna become our own country.
We've been doing that for a while.
It's worked out pretty well.
Yep.
I mean, I think we're doing just fine.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say about the world. But yeah, we're doing great. People still love America. We still love America.
Mm-hmm.
People love saying America because,
Mm-hmm.
we're just so American. Especially this week. Everyone's, dusting off their flags and they're getting their fireworks
I
purchased.
thought they dusted off their flags already during, Flag Day.
I mean, you should have. That's what Flag Day is all about, is getting ready for Independence Day.
Yeah, it's just
Getting ready for the 4th of July,
cool.
right? Yeah, it's National Flag Dusting Day, but they call it, Flag Day.
So
They
that
shortened it.
So you have an undusted flag. I've always thought dusting is a weird word because it is both putting dust on something and removing dust from something.
Wow, that is, interesting. You're right. Why? How does that work?
Because if your flag is dusted, that's different than dusting it.
Are there other words that work that way?
You want your flag undusted by dusting it.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know of any other words that work that way.
No.
Like if you're watering something, you are
Putting water on
Yeah.
it. You're not removing water.
not removing water from
No,
it.
that would be a completely different word.
Yeah, it would be removing water.
Dehydrating.
Is that the word?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But if water spills on my counter, I'm not like, quick, get the paper towel so we can dehydrate the counter.
Right. You just say wipe it out.
Yeah, because that's normal speech.
But if you wanted to specifically only remove
I mean,
the water.
technically, I guess you are dehydrating the counter.
Yeah. That's
Get the hydration off of it.
Yeah. But it still becomes a scientific term.
It sounds like I'm being mean to the counter or something now. Like, no hydration for you, countertop.
Yeah.
Someone might, accidentally get their hands wet.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a worse feeling than wet socks? Just want to throw that.
You mean moist socks?
Moist socks? Yeah, that'll make you
That
uncomfortable.
That it's uncomfortable on two levels.
It does. It's uncomfortable for your ears and your feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where that line of thinking went. It's like those fun games where you try to connect things. You ever done that? Like on Wikipedia? You play the game where you try to get from one random thing to another completely random thing in the fewest clicks.
We should play that on our channel sometime.
We should.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we could try to get from,
we'll have to make a two per artist wiki page.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
then
say
try to
that's
get from like
to our wiki page
Yeah.
from
from some
our
random place.
descendant. You know,
Picasso.
not Picasso. We're not related to Picasso.
Who are we related
Van
to?
Gogh,
Oh,
man.
Van Gogh, yeah.
Great great grandpa
Yeah.
Van
I
Gogh.
don't want to be related to Picasso.
No, he was
He's
creepy.
weird.
Yeah, and we could draw so much better than both of these people. But
I just assumed that's why I thought we were related to both of them.
yeah,
Because of how bad they are at art.
it's true, right? Like we're associated with the worst of them. That's kind of how it works in this world of art. But
Well,
you know, we're gonna draw the Revolutionary War. You know, that's a great name for a war. If you want people to remember your war, you got to give it a cool name, right?
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, it can't be a lame name. Same thing with like holiday or anything else. If you want people to celebrate it or care about it, it has to have a cool name.
Yeah.
Or at least super. Like 4th of July is fine. That's not that cool,
No,
but
it's not.
really easy to remember.
Independence
And when it
Day
is.
is technically the name of that holiday,
Yeah,
and that's
which
cool.
is way cooler.
Yeah,
But
right?
4th of July, when is it? It's on the 4th of July.
4th of July. Like, there's two ways you can name a holiday. Either name it so that you can't forget when it is,
Mm-hmm.
or you name it something cool.
Like, you always wish, like every anniversary or birthday of
Yeah.
a family or friend, like, you always forget them. And it's like, why couldn't your name be your birthday?
Yeah, right.
Like,
if it's like when is June 8th's birthday? Oh,
Yeah,
it's
like,
June
oh
8th.
yeah, because it's like, because then you feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
You're like with this, you know, now it's like, oh man, when's the 4th of July? Like, what day do we get off?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm an idiot.
I should, you know, my next kid, I should name them like
Whatever day they're
January 18th, but their birthday's in like
Oh, that would
August.
be cruel.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to like get married or something on that day.
Yeah, right? Like, it'll make both days really significant for them. One
And
they'll
then
hate.
You'll forget.
Yeah, I will. Like, when's your birthday again? I know it's not. I'll know.
It's one of those days.
It narrows it down by one day.
Yeah,
You're like, I know it's not the day I named you after. And then they'll always be like, Father, why did you name me that? I'll be like, well, you know,
It's my least favorite
my
day.
least favorite day of the year. It'd be like a Bible thing, you know, like God's like, name them August 14th because this terrible thing happened on August 14th.
Like that's the day the world will
Yeah,
end.
it's the day the flood happened, you know. It's like, and I want the people to remember. It's like, okay, I get it. It's really important to remember that.
And we will remember it.
Yeah, but like that poor baby. You know,
At least they're not named like the one I hate or whatever. Like
that's true. There's some Bible names that are way worse than what I just suggested. You know,
or like even my namesake.
like Dorcas.
Or like my namesake. You know, Benjamin isn't that, but my name is that only because he was renamed because the wife who died in childbirth wanted to name him Benoni, which means like the son of my sorrow.
Yeah, well, you
And
know,
then he's like, oh no, you misheard her.
yeah.
she meant you know, the son of the south.
Because why would anybody ever name their baby that? We should name babies things that are more meaningful now, you know? Like someone's like, oh, I heard this name one time and it sounded kind of cool, so I named him that. Or
And it's like we kind of do it with like other countries' names. Like we like know the meaning of the name, but it's like they were doing it with their like. It would be like if in English, you named your son,
yeah.
you know, son of my sorrows.
See, United States of America got it right. It's like a description. What are we? We're United States. Where? In America. Oh, okay.
You know, like the continent.
Like the continent, the north one.
Yeah.
You know? That's really what we should be called. The United States of North America.
Yeah.
You know, being real specific.
Right, but it's like it's already established that no one means.
I don't know that there was a North and a South America back then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when that was invented.
Yeah, but
You
no
know?
one means South America.
They don't ever mean South America.
In fact, they don't even mean Canada or Mexico.
People like South America because they're like, it's got rainforests.
Mm-hmm.
That's all most people know about South America.
I'm gonna start drawing because I actually have a kind of long drawing I'm gonna do today.
I think the people at home will be
And
thrilled.
you know, it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah. Like this, yeah. Oh, it's Squidward. Squidward nose. Ooh. Ooh, flat eye McGee.
Yeah.
Flat eye, crooked nose McGee. Nothing says Revolutionary War quite like that.
This guy, like, I mean,
Ooh.
he's got
I like him.
smirk.
Yeah, he does. Look at that guy. Oh, and he's got a chin.
Yeah. See, his hair is kind of embarrassing, but he's an old
What do you mean? This
veteran.
is like a real person?
Yeah, this is a real person.
Wow.
He's an old veteran, so he's allowed to have kind of like wispy, embarrassed hair.
I think that was like a rule, you know? If you didn't have wispy, embarrassing hair, you couldn't do politics. So they're like, all of the great politicians of old in the Roman times never combed their hair.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, what if we curl our hair? And they're like, that's a little not masculine. They're like, well, what if it's a wig? And what if we powder it so it doesn't get mites?
Mites? Is that what they were most worried about?
I mean, lice.
This guy has so many layers. I'm not going to draw all the layers.
Is he an ogre?
No.
Is he an onion?
He's wearing like an undershirt and then one of those poof things and then a coat, or no, then like a vest, then a coat.
Amazing how much weight he's put on since you started drawing him.
It's too many.
Well, so what are you gonna do? Just like strip him down? Like, I think he's taking a bath in my drawing. Like, he's just gotten that. Oh gosh, he's a woman. Oh, what is this? He's gone dancing. Is that an arm? It's so long. Oh, okay. It almost works now. I'm really thankful that original curvy drawing was not like his torso.
Just like
you put him in a dinner dress to start. Like, it's so weird how 1700s politician, general, soldier man starts off as a dinner dress from the early 2000s. I gotta try that strategy. Dinner dress strategy.
Dinner dress strategy.
Yeah.
It's right
up there with nose first.
Strategy.
Well, I mean, just everyone at home can see. Oh, look, she's got on one of those like Miss America sashes now.
I don't know why he's wearing it. He must have won Miss America. But this is British.
Oh, he's the British.
He's
a
British guy.
He's Mr. Britain. Good way to get the king on your bad side. Like, oh, he's Mr. Britain. Send him to the Americas.
Just to be clear, I'm drawing. This is the guy that surrendered to George Washington.
That guy?
Yeah. This is the reason that America exists.
Oh, it's all up to him?
Because this guy surrendered.
Why don't we celebrate him more often?
Well, I mean, he was against us.
Oh.
If you ever look up the actual history,
he's wearing a skirt.
No, those are pants.
His pants are sagging a bit, man.
America.
Bring that line up.
America shouldn't have won the war, right? We had less.
We had way more casualties,
less weapons.
Smallpox.
If this guy would have just not surrendered, America wouldn't exist.
But I don't think it was up to him, was it?
I don't know.
He's not like, I'm so sick of this war. I just want to go home and wear my dinner dress, and he was probably told by the king, just go over there and tell him we give up. Why are his pants so saggy? Bring up that line. Weirding me out. Pants are falling off. He's like, I've lost too much weight in this war. My pants won't stay up. The universal sign of surrender. Imagine that. Imagine him coming up to surrender and his pants are just sagging down.
He's got,
you can see his British boxers.
Pants aren't sagging. He just has a long coat.
He has a really creepy legs.
That's fine.
Yeah, he also has a really big splinter in that hand.
Yeah. Now I need to.
Mark Hamill, the guy who plays Luke Skywalker, and you know him?
No, never heard of him.
He's okay. Well, there's this movie called Star Wars. Anyway, Mark Hamill, did you see the thing with him at the awards show recently?
Okay, I'm looking up
a
picture.
Only the people at home are listening.
I'm sorry. I'm looking up a picture of George Washington because he's the guy I'm drawing next. Why does he also have the worst?
Ooh!
Most embarrassing pose?
Look at that picture.
most
Look at that
embarrassing
picture.
pose
It's horrible.
I've ever seen. Is it even George Washington? Like, I don't believe it.
You should show both them and the
other guy I'm drawing? Like, both people?
Yeah. So there's George is terrible looking.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy, what's this guy's name?
I was
Mr.
I
Surrenderpants.
was supposed to tell people his name? Lord Charles Cornwallis.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Come on, man. Like, having lords is cool. Okay, he looks so dumb. That guy's like the guy you send to surrender. Your drawing of him is better. It makes him look better. That guy's pants aren't falling off. He's got too much of a gut. They're like holding him on because his pants are pulled up, to his.
Yeah, I kind of slimmed him down a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
I'll give him his eyebrows.
Oh, that's nice. I like how that one got a little.
The pen immediately.
He has like a lazy eye too. I don't know. These two guys. George we should be ashamed of that painting of George Washington.
Yeah, whoever painted it was probably
a British guy, right? Like it's like British propaganda. They go back home.
Like, look at how much cooler George Washington normally was.
Look at that man. He's a stud muffin. He's America summed up in one man.
So
that other picture is totally propaganda.
So I'm gonna break, obviously one of our rules. Because
I'm going to draw someone we respect.
George Washington, who
we don't expect Lord Cornwall.
No,
no.
But I do respect George Washington.
We do. I've also noticed.
Washington, I don't know how tall these people are, but George Washington
is taller than Cornwall. Yeah, clearly. That's American propaganda.
He's got serious eyes.
I feel like I was like making a point about something before you.
By serious, I mean.
Oh gosh. Oh, real. There's no way to fix what you've just done to George.
Don't worry, I'll give him a bad.
Oh man, he's looking down from heaven.
That's a question that I wonder often. Would
George Washington
be disappointed
in us? Yeah, obviously.
Like, would he be like, "Oh man, these guys, this is the biggest disrespect."
He's like, we fought for this kind of freedom?
Maybe we shouldn't have freedom.
Why is his hair like a saggy can of Pringles?
That's just what his hair looks like.
I think, maybe in the past when we've drawn like Mr. America and, other things, he's been like, it was worth it, Now, he is just shaking his fist. It's like a can of Pringles died on his head. Just crawled up there and died. Oh, God, come on. Come on. Can we make the guy in the right George Washington, please? Come on. Like, this guy on the left is... Oh, no. Why? Why is... His head was already the derpiest thing ever. Why? Did you draw his arms? Even worse. That is the derpiest thing you've ever drawn on Super Artists. Just because we're breaking a rule doesn't mean we need to break it so hard. Like, that arm, like, is that an arm? People's arms don't normally shrivel to such a degree. He's also wearing, like, what is that? What is that? Oh, God. He's also clearly wearing, like, a sweater his mom made for him. Why are they just pointing at each other? Hey, George! Hey, Lord Cornwall!
He's got a gun in this hand.
Is that what we're calling that? Is that what you think guns in the American Revolution looked like?
Exactly what they looked like.
With like 2 pieces of copper tubing taped together?
He also is wearing like a bad coat.
There,
and then
well, like
he has a sash but it's a different colored one.
I was also planning on drawing George Washington.
Yeah, well, you can.
I might not do better. Make him not have a skirt. Oh, he's got sag too.
They wore weird pants back then.
I can't look him in the eyes. Give him eyebrows or something to fix it. Maybe he's like wearing some sunglasses that Benjamin Franklin invented. You can shade in the eyes. Like, as unhistorical as him wearing sunglasses would be, it would triple his level of respectability. Like, those eyes, man. You can't respect eyes that you can't look at. Look me in the eyes, boy. I can't. I can't do it. Every time I do, I laugh. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. Not a lot of people know that Sonic the Hedgehog is the reason we won the American Revolution. Not because he did any fighting or anything, but he like delivered a message real quick once.
Yeah.
The British version of Sonic the Hedgehog was much saggier and had a bullet hole. Oh no, they both have bullet holes. What are those? They're not Sonic the Hedgehogs anymore.
They're Beyblades.
Oh,
This is how the battle was won.
How many of you folks at home know what a Beyblade is? No one? Okay. Well, let us explain what a Beyblade is. Beyblades are battle tops. You know how, like, in the 50s when America was young and innocent and wholesome, at least that's what they tell us, they had invented tops for the first time, and they're like, let's spin the tops. And
tops for the first time?
Yeah, I don't know. And then they were just like normal spinny tops, you know, like the ones you see in old-timey toy stores.
Yeah.
Eventually, the 90s came along in the early 2000s, and people are like, what if we make tops really cool? And we give them cool names, and we give them metal, and we give them to children, and we let them battle in the arena of circularity. What the heck is that?
So, like, in the Beyblade show,
oh yeah, it had a show too, not just battle tops that you battled.
Like in the show, there's always like as they're battling, like whatever image was on it would always just like appear behind it.
Yeah, the show is actually
energy, like as it's spinning, it would generate
as it's
so much
spinning,
energy,
it's like there's like lightning,
and stuff, and then like the creature or whatever was like on it would like show up in the energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
so the American one is clearly a bald
eagle.
The British one's going to be like what, like a badger.
No, it's the
what animal is that?
Well, it's not always an animal per se.
What is that? Oh,
it's the classic.
Looks like a piece of bread.
Yeah, beans on toast.
Oh boy, beans on toast. Yeah, the most British of food.
The most British thing.
Yeah,
like
right?
Just this is what it was. It was
only the Brits could ruin breakfast.
And like obviously it doesn't really look like this. Like kind of like
because beans aren't shaped like that.
Like, and you don't see like the
do. They're like baked beans. That one right there is probably the closest so far.
Yeah, but
beans on toast, the British Beyblade. Yeah. I'm just saying though, if they made a Beyblade and its name was Beans on Toast, I would probably buy
British
it.
Person would buy it.
Yeah, but I'd also probably buy it just because it's funny.
Yeah. So it's like the bald eagle. It's beans on toast.
Yeah, no, the classic.
And then
battle.
Obviously you're wondering, why is this Revolutionary War? It's the spinning.
Yeah, because there's revolving
tops that are spinning.
Yeah, the Revolutionary War. This is how it was settled.
George Washington is so much. Why does he have like a noodle on his head? Like this is.
It is like a pasta.
Insult. This is put a macaroni on his head.
Oh yeah, that's true. I kept saying it was a saggy Pringles can, but it's totally like a big rigatoni.
Yeah. Like it's like the
or a macaroni. I think that's more, because it's curved.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, more wars should be settled this way. But also, like, how sad it would be for your representative to come back home and be like, all right, guys, we got to give up the country. Beans on toast lost. And like, can't you get a rematch? And you're like, I don't know. Probably not.
We lost the battle. But like, I mean, at least you're not coming back and being like, "Hey, we lost." Also, like 100,000 people are dead.
I mean, like, I feel like I'd be more upset about the people, but there's a part of me that's like, we lost over a Beyblade battle? That's how we're deciding things now?
Yeah, it's like, couldn't we like fight it out?
Yeah. Like, this kind of war would lead to new, like, regular war.
Yeah.
They call it, I mean, because this would be revolutionary in the other sense, you know? The whole, like...
But like, what if...
It's a new way of doing war.
What if it wasn't just like a Beyblade? Like, it's not just a toy, right? Like, this is
the spirit of America.
It's like all the power, like of the science and the it's like they like.
It's like an engineering war.
Yeah, it's like the full force of America is in this Beyblade, and the full force of England is in their Beyblade.
The full American spirit. Unfortunately, the full British spirit is beans on toast.
Yeah, like they just always lose. As soon as like this starts happening.
I mean, you say that until France shows up and they're like, snails on the half shell. That's theirs. And you're like, okay, Britain can win.
Right. Like Britain was winning every war until America
because it was beans on toast versus snails.
Why don't we do something cool?
They're like, escargot, go get him. And they're like, beans on toast is at least edible. Like, it's weird as heck, but at least people will down it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, like, that's why we do it. It's really strange and kind of soggy.
And then America comes along and they're like, wait, you don't even eat those. It's like, because they're cooler. Like, why are you doing food? Food gets eaten.
You don't want,
those are awesome.
You don't want food fighting your war, Britain. You've been doing it wrong, see? This is a revolutionary idea we've come up with. Take a bird. And then every sports team that came after was like, we're going to do a bird,
or a big cat.
Big cat. And they're like, maybe we should go back to... I would be way more inclined to root for a sports team that was like, the Boston baked beans on toast. Like, all right, like, I can get behind this. Like, it'd be fun to root for them. Everyone in the stands is like, eating beans on toast. They don't really like it, but...
Yeah, because what are you supposed to do when you go to a sports game now? Like, you eat hot dogs.
Yeah.
And then you what?
That's it.
That like
go home.
You need a specific food related to your team. That is
but like people like places do that. But they're all like, "This is our team's hot dog," and you're like, "Okay, like, come on, where's your bald eagle burgers?" And they're like, "That's illegal." Yeah, but like, does it have to be?
If you go,
if we raised bald eagles for consumption,
your team.
Oh yeah, like name them something cool.
Yeah,
like
something that we can eat.
Yeah, like the Phoenix.
Phoenixes.
We don't eat first. We can't eat mythical birds.
No.
Be like the Phoenix pheasants.
You could just have like really hot wings.
Oh yeah, no, that would totally work. Phoenixes. That also is kind of conflicting. It's weird, but
I can't look at George every time I glance at him.
I have stopped looking away.
The other guy is so much better, and he's bad too.
Like, what is George's plan, by the way? Like, if his Beyblade doesn't win, is he gonna? I was gonna say, is he gonna shoot him with that water pistol? Like, I don't understand. This is a cool war. I like it. I don't usually say cool wars in the same. Because war is not cool. It's usually
war can be cool.
Well,
I'm gonna save this.
You can't be like, it's so cool. War. Huh. What is it good for? Being cool. Someone shouts from the back. And then George is like, "You're right." But like the paintings of these dudes, not cool. Not cool. Weird propaganda. British artists come over and they're like, go to the desktop, friend. Click on desktop. Desktop. Go to Two Poor Artists. Okay, Benj forgot how to save drawings.
What? Oh, you're giving me instructions?
Yeah, drawings new in the top right. It's right there on the right.
What? Why is
here.
Why did you save the drawings last week into the different folder?
Did I?
Why are you trying to say stop controlling it? You're putting them in the wrong
I
folder.
did save it. No, look, there's my dad's right there and guessed. No one at home wants to hear us squabble.
You saved this one. You saved in this folder.
Well, sometimes I like to mix it up. It's fun to get a file lost now and then. The point is, America, and how the wars are going to be fought from now on. I've got some ideas for the Revolutionary War. Are you all excited to see them? Or do you all just leave after the first drawing? Like scallywags. Like Lord Cornwallis.
Are you like going to propose an idea for a new way to fight wars? Is that what you're like? You're gonna revolutionize war?
I am going to revolutionize war. I can
Okay.
promise you that today's drawing will do just
Mine was kind of just like a
that.
interpretation of the existing Revolutionary War.
Nope, I will be revolutionizing war.
Like if Beyblades existed, this is how it happened. Watching the Beyblade show is hilarious because they live in a world where Beyblades have always existed. So like Moses parted the Red Sea with a Beyblade.
What? That's like
that's canon.
What? That's so sacrilegious.
In the show. It was like God's Beyblade.
Oh gosh. That makes it worse somehow. Like in the beginning was God.
And he made
And he made
Beyblades.
Beyblades. I could get it if they were like angels that looked like Beyblades. Probably are. You know?
Like what are Beyblades in that world? Like it's just in that world, Beyblades have always existed.
It's really,
and they're like
really confusing.
Like all of historical events were like Beyblades were important in them. But most historical events still happened. They just were Beybladeized.
I didn't watch a lot of Beyblades, apparently. At least not this cool episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was around the same time where like the rival character goes off to the mountains that are just like weird spikes.
Uh-huh.
And then just trains for a long time so that he can be as strong as the main character.
It's always
And he's just like knocking down mountains with his Beyblade.
It's always wishful thinking of not main characters. You'd think somebody would tell him, be like, hey, you're not actually a main character.
Like, it doesn't matter how many mountains you knock over.
You're not a main
The main character is just going to beat you in a fight without doing any training.
Okay, George.
Part of the body.
That's an ear, believe it or not.
Okay.
Not a nose.
Not a nose.
Not a nose.
Doing ear first.
I went with face frame first. Nose.
So you're saying this is George Washington?
Uh-huh. And
Okay.
you can notice how he's already better looking.
I mean,
George didn't really have a facial... Okay, what's going to be really tricky, and like this, I don't know why I start with elements of the drawing like this, because if I mess up his eyes like you did, only thing anybody's going to focus on for the rest of the drawing, including me, is his derpy looking eyes.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. That's why you do nose first.
Yeah, because nobody looks at that.
Yeah.
That's true. What kind of eyes do you give George?
Not the kind I gave him.
So much better somehow than yours.
Yeah. I mean,
Not good. That made it a little worse.
Yeah. Now he's sad. Oh, that makes him even sadder looking. Oh. He's still sad, but he's raising an eyebrow.
I don't really know what happened there. I also don't think that part of the hair was supposed to go up so much, so I might have to fix it. You know,
Well, he wore a wig, so hair could look like anything, really.
that's part of his hair. All right, let's go. Because what you failed is the hat.
Oh yeah, I didn't draw a hat.
No, it's my turn to fail the hat.
The hat go past the hair.
The hat. It's
Are
quite
you sure that's a hat?
getting shaded in. That's what's happening. Shading fixes a multitude of sins when hair just can't.
You don't want to put hair on the hat.
That would be a whole nother level of creepy. Really sorry about this, George. I don't know what shape your hat's supposed to be. Oh, that helped. Sort of.
Oh, the whole hat's getting shaded in.
Yeah, well, there's just some things that shouldn't probably happen, but need to happen. Is this what George Washington's hat looked like? Not at all.
This is like
Oh, I just thought of
a
something.
bad beret.
I just thought of something that his hat should have for this drawing. Hang on a second. Let's see. How do you draw one of these things?
Well, I don't know
I know.
what you're drawing, so. What is this?
You'll see. You'll all see.
Like, looks like one of those like wind propeller
It's a pinwheel. Yeah.
pinwheel. Yeah, he has a pinwheel on his hat. George Washington, a beloved leader,
He has a pinwheel hat, like a
founding father.
Yeah.
George Washington.
Yeah, him.
And why is he so sad if he has a pinwheel?
He's not really sure about the decisions he's making lately. Someone was like, "This war is so revolutionary," and he's like, "But is it?"
Not yet. It's not.
But then he's gonna make it revolutionary, and he's really unsure about that part. That actually helps the hat somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that we've drawn the face of the man, I have to somehow not ruin everything else about him that's harder to draw.
Yeah, don't draw the arms too long and skinny like some loser might.
Yeah, some losers just don't know what they're doing. Ooh, that's an interesting line choice. I don't know. I feel like he's leaning more than I intended him to.
He is leaning quite a bit, but it's in the Constitution. You can lean
You
anywhere.
can lean anywhere. It's true. Everybody knows that. I'm just like drawing things at this point and hoping they all connect in the right way somehow. So far, I think he's gonna be real fat.
He's becoming wide.
This side will have to be really slimming somehow. Somehow. Slimming.
What happened? Like, why is the triangle you drew? Like, why is it not connected like the other one is?
I don't know. They had like those long British socks,
Mm-hmm.
which conveniently went off screen. His coat's just like flourished.
Yeah, but like that side doesn't make sense.
I know.
Like he's only wearing half the coat, but the collar's floating there.
Hmm. He's just got it on one arm apparently.
But then like the collar's like there, but like not connected. It's just like
This looks like a bad AI image, is what it looks like. These things. Remember I said I was hoping everything would connect in the end? It didn't. It just didn't. And we're just going to have to roll with it.
Like, that other sleeve is legitimate. Like, he's legitimately just wearing a coat on, like, one eye.
No, that's cool.
Like,
I can work with that. I really can. I'm going to have to, is more what I mean by that. But that's not the point. The Revolutionary War. Sure, he's got... and I told you, he's going to revolutionize war. Because someone, like newspaper wrote one day, like, this is totally a revolutionary war. And he's like, that's a good pun, newspaper man.
He's wearing a shirt on only one half of his body.
Revolutionary style. Still looks better than that picture, the official painting of him that you saw. People can forgive what I've done. I'm not forgiving that artist ever. Like... Just saying. All right, still.
So why is it a pun that this newspaper?
Oh, because like the whole idea of the Revolutionary War is like a pun.
Mm-hmm.
Because like someone was like, this is called a revolution because we're revolting against against the British government,
making a great.
And they're
change.
like, yeah. And it's never happened like that. And this war's totally different than the other wars too. Mm-hmm. So let's call it the Revolutionary War because it's progressive and modern and it's a revolution.
Right.
That newspaper man was given like, a sack full of grain and a promotion.
Yeah. If he survived smallpox.
Yeah, but he probably didn't. Like, let's be real. The point is, George Washington here he's got to assemble the greatest ragtag team of revolutionaries the world has ever seen.
I will say, your George Washington is so much better than mine.
I know. I wasn't going to say...
Like, I think I might have already. Many flaws.
Yes, many flaws, let's admit.
But, like, I couldn't look at mine.
Like I said, it's all in the eyes. It's all in the eyes. All right. Let's see. This, as we all know, is a pizza cutter. Yeah. Cutter.
It's real big.
It's real big. Yeah. Well, it's George Washington. It's a machine of war, man.
Oh.
Yeah, it is this big. Like, it's not a weird perspective thing.
Like, you can't even hold that.
It's like a cannon. You can't hold a cannon, but they use those. Don't you know?
What is this shooting?
It's not. It's a war machine.
How does one use it?
Like,
do 10 people?
I don't know.
Pick it up.
I don't know.
Have a motor. You ride on it.
No, but I'll draw something else you do ride on. What did they have? Hang on a second. I don't know.
When we go ice skating, right? We have like blades on our feet.
Yes, we do.
When we go rollerblading, we have like wheels. Has anyone considered the possibility of going ice skating and putting like multiple pizza cutters?
I feel like some YouTubers got to have done that,
Like, would you be faster, slower?
Yes.
Same?
Yes,
one of those old-timey bikes.
Yeah, I almost made the silly mistake of drawing like a modern-looking bike. That would have just been silly, though.
Is this also a giant pizza cutter?
No, this is a bike. A bicycle.
This isn't a war thing.
No, it is. It's another war machine. They need vehicles in war.
It's preferred if the vehicle.
George Washington is putting together the weapons of war.
Whoever put those strings on.
It's an old bike.
They did it real bad.
This is just like a historical representation of the bike.
Oh, so like what you're drawing is not.
It's just like it gives you the idea of what George was doing. And he what else we got? What else could be a machine of war? over here we've got our you know,
Is that a donut?
it's not. It's like a that didn't help. It's like a CD.
Oh, a war. How do you use that? Is it just?
It's like, you know how
propaganda.
You know how like all armies at the time had like a band, like a drummer boy.
Yeah, right.
No, you just replace them, man,
Mm-hmm.
with technology.
Right.
You know, like how AI is going to fight the next war for us
Mm-hmm. Through music.
through music. Yeah, but like seriously, do they? I mean, I guess they probably still do have like
Like,
a drummer boy.
As the drones are going to attack, there's the music.
You remember when like Iron Man like blasted like, you know, Black Sabbath as he's coming in? That's how it's gonna be so much cooler now.
Yeah.
He's playing like rock and roll.
We're gonna have the army of drones flying in, and behind them is the
CD.
the CD drone.
Yeah, the CD. It's just like a boombox with wings, you know.
Following the other drones around, playing music for morale.
What else? So, like, all these things are revolutionary because they revolve, you know.
Is he gonna be holding something? Like, why haven't you finished his arm yet?
Yeah, he's gonna be holding something. I was just holding off, so
okay.
it's gonna be the big reveal, you know.
You could draw like a chainsaw. Those spin.
No.
Oh. You could draw a microwave. Those have the spinny thing.
No, they do, but no. I'm going with like I don't even know how to explain. You know when you're at Circle K and they have slushy machines,
Mm-hmm.
and the slushy machines,
They're just constantly spinning, non-stop spinning.
yeah, they're like spinning so that the slushy doesn't like
Freeze all in one spot and then not come out because it would freeze on the bottom more than the top.
Yeah, that. So we have a slushy machine.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What
Makes
else
sense.
spins? Can't draw a Beyblade.
How do you fight with a slushy machine? I mean, I guess there's the obvious, you know, the same way Jericho fought the Israelites.
Yeah, it's really simple. He's going based on those principles. Those principles drive the war. Okay. This one we can all agree, growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, is easily the most dangerous one I'm going to draw.
Cow udders.
That is just
A tooth.
more dangerous.
Animal
It's
crackers.
so bad looking. I'd like to apologize to Shigeru Miyamoto and all the fine folks at Nintendo.
Oh.
Right here. That's it. Right there.
Yep.
This is a Nintendo 64 controller.
The most dangerous thing.
Yeah, it's like a cable that goes somewhere. If you don't know, this thing right here caused more injuries to modern America than, like, our generation. Probably more people were injured by this than in war.
Yeah.
You know? Because, like, when you were playing Mario Party,
Because we had no wars.
we had to... like, that's not the point. The point is, the revolution of that controller hurt us more than any other revolution.
Yes.
You know, point is, yeah, it was so dangerous. Nintendo had to issue special gloves for free to people to wear when you're playing Mario Party, because you would spin the joy. Yeah, there's a game you had to spin the joystick around, and people use the palm of their hand, and it gave them a mild rash.
Yeah.
Hurt you. Now, if you had if you had off-brand controllers like we did, and you weren't the oldest sibling,
Right.
Sometimes you got stuck with one off-brand controller where the whole joystick pulled off, and in the brilliance of the Mad Dogs controller company, they're like, "What if we just put like a nail, like a metal stake underneath the joystick. So
Sharpen it.
let's sharpen it to a point so that if the joystick pops off, which it will, because we're an off-brand controller company, these children will have to stick a nail in the middle of their palm and rub it around in circles.
And it's the only way they can win.
It's the only way they can win.
They will do it.
And if you had rules like we did with your older brother growing up, it was always like the loser has to use the bad controller. Yeah. So like the person who had the bad controller
just always
was really motivated to win. Yeah. So like,
but like they couldn't because they couldn't the bad win. Controller.
No, but they were man. That nail was like in plus my palm.
Plus it wasn't fair from the start because when you're like 7 and 8 and 9, the 2 years age difference is pretty
it makes significant. Like you haven't figured out how your hands work yet. Yeah. Speaking of hands, it's time for George's
what
big moment.
Weapon is he holding? What's he doing it on the pointer finger?
He has a yo-yo. It's like
donut yo-yo.
Yeah, well, spinning like
mad. Why on his pointer finger? Like he doesn't know how to use a yo-yo.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's British, or he's not British, but
he was.
He was, but can't hold that.
Not after this.
Not after this. No. This is So these things all This one needs like something.
He learned how to yo-yo in England.
Clearly, you can see that, obviously. But yeah, these are all the, things that revolve. Mm-hmm. I wanted to draw like a revolving door, but man, that would be too much.
That would be hard. It'd
be really hard, right? So these are his... He heard that it was the Revolutionary War, so he's like, we need things that revolve.
He heard it's revolution.
I've told you.
He didn't start it?
I told you. No, he started a revolution.
Right.
But then he read that newspaper guy, and he's like, that's a good pun. People are going to have certain expectations now. So.
He went and found everything. That
he found...
he went into the future and found things.
Well, I mean...
Almost all of these came from the future. When was that bike invented?
I was like... They had photographs by the time those bikes were around and videos. I've seen videos of that bike with sound.
I think all of these things are from the future.
Yeah, you're probably right. What did you call your drawing?
Revolutionary
Just
War.
Revolutionary War. Okay, that works well.
Although you probably couldn't read it because
that's why I had to ask.
As I got towards the edge of the screen, the pen didn't like me anymore. Although, really, the pen was messing up quite a bit this whole drawing for me.
Really? Been flawless on my end. It's because you're not wearing a drawing glove. I've tried to tell you.
When did you tell me that?
Every week. As I say that, it starts messing up.
Yeah. It does it more at the end.
Yeah, there's no hope in that corner. Revolutionary War. I was going to have him saying something. Mm-hmm. Like, what would be a catchy phrase? Like, let's... Oh, my God. No, he's going to say this. He's going to say... Round. He's not going to say that. He's going to say... Let's
get roll. Oh, like a...
Boys.
Like the Autobots?
Yeah.
Roll out.
Yeah, but he didn't say that.
Yeah, but that's what Optimus Prime says.
Let's roll, boys. Could have said let's revolve, boys. That probably would have been better, but that's not like a thing people say. Mm-hmm. Really, people shouldn't say this either, unless you're an Autobot.
Yeah,
and then you have to say it in Optimus Prime's voice.
Right. Well, I think we've done.
Yeah, we did it. We did America proud.
Yeah. No,
well, we've done something for 4th of July.
We did what we said we were going to do.
We did drawings related to Independence Day. And you can watch this at your Independence Day parties, and you can be like, is this what Independence Day is all about? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is it time for another revolution? Right. That's really where we should be going with this. Like, it might be time.
A new war.
To stop poor art. And then we'll be like, no, poor art's not.
A new war to start poor art.
Yeah, right? The war. The Revolutionary Art War.
Civil War.
color versus black and white.
But like
Ballpoint pens versus
but it won't
paintbrushes.
be like Civil War in America. It'll be like a world civil war.
Yeah.
Because it's like because it's not like, oh, America wants poor art and Japan doesn't. It's like
This is for the whole world.
it's every person in the whole world
Are we like
decides for themselves.
Are we like trying to start a war
Yeah.
right now? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Civil War.
I don't. The legal team's
Every
giving me
country.
like some red flags.
Yeah,
Like they're holding
like
up a literal
half-
red flag.
Half the world wants poor art.
There's
the other
two.
half doesn't.
That's the second red flag.
War.
They're wearing their leather jackets and holding
What
up
is it good
actual
for? It's good for getting
red
poor
flags.
art.
They're like waving, like they're doing the whole like cut the feed, cut the feed.
Yeah.
But they're never gonna.
They can't cut the feed.
They're never gonna cut the
feed's
feed.
in here.
The feed is in here. So what I'm thinking we do is, as always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.